Eddie, what are we doing?
Well, Tyler's going to a party today, and what we decided we would do, instead of buying plastic Chinese-made junk, we were going to make some toys that you can't buy these days. So we're going to make a highly deadly bow and arrow set for, what's his name?
Harry.
Harry's birthday. So the first steps are these. First of all, you need
Wood.
First of all, you need a nice piece of plywood. Probably for 8-year-olds, a good size would be about 4 foot, like this. About as tall as their heads. Tyler, stand over here for a second. About as tall as their heads. Robin Hood used to have a bow that was the same size as his head. So this is going to be like a Robin Hood bow. If you come over here and see nice and closely, this piece of ply is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ply. Now when it turns into bows, obviously one side of the bow is going to be in compression and one side is going to be in tension. So what we've got to do is we've got to taper the plywood, but we've got to taper it on the inside. There's a piece over here that I've just started on. Here is the piece of ply, the right height, and as you can see we've tapered it from 3 ply at the base, where the strings are going to attach, to leaving it in the thickness in the middle. And Eponine spent her time sanding that so that it's nice and smooth. So that's part 1. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for part 2, when we've got it all set up, and we'll show you how we can kill some people with these bows and arrows. Now the next step is, once you've made the blanks, look at that, that's the blank, okay? Depending on the child's age is how thick you need to make this handle. For a young 2 or 3-year-old, you're obviously going to have to make it fairly small. For a strong 8-year-old,
No.
like Tyler, actually for a strong 6-year-old, or his friend, Harry, the party we're going to, I'm estimating about 25mm in the middle. There you go, now there's the blank. Got a lot of flex in it. And mums, don't think you can't get involved in this dangerous toy making. Look, a light snack refreshment for the workers. Ez and I are just working on the blanks, and then we'll have them finished soon. And Tyler's helping as well. Now back in Robin Hood's day, he used to go and hunt down and chase animals and have to pull their guts out, hang them on a tree and wait for them to dry to use as the bowstring. These days, dads, we've got lots of things a lot handier than that. We can nip down to the local fish and tackle shop and buy some really good line. As for the arrows, back in Robin Hood's day, the arrows were very hard to come by, nice and straight. We're just going to nip down to Bunnings and buy some arrows. As you can see, it's an activity that the whole family can get involved in. Making sure that all their blanks are nice and smooth to avoid splinters. That's it, Tyler. Watch your fingers, mate. Epi. Another one of the key points to observe is, this is Harry's blank. Now a couple of things we need to keep in mind, that often overprotective parents are going to want to take this off their child. So what we then do is we make sure it's personalised. Just any soldering iron will do. Just get a soldering iron, okay? And then we just burn his name, Harry, into the timber work. It makes it much less likely, once it's given as a gift, for the parents to be able to take it off him without some pretty serious tantrums. Now Robin Hood and his merry men would have been so excited by a modern hardware store. You can buy whatever you like here to fight the sheriff's men. Come on, follow me. Now remember, kids, we're looking for anything that you think is deadly to shoot out of a bow and arrow.
I said that they...
What? Up here, look. Oh, have a look at this. Just imagine how excited Robin Hood and
Is
little
that how
John
long we have?
would have been
Is that how long?
if he could have just walked into any shop and bought arrows of this quality. Look at the taper. And these days,
I want
all for the price of $2.85 for as many arrows as we think. How many arrows do you think this is going to make, kids?
4.
4, yeah.
1,
4.
Which thickness do you think?
3.
I think the thicker size.
Thickest or thinnest?
Thicker.
Do you think thicker? I think thinner.
Oh, thinner. Yeah, okay.
Well, whatever
Yeah, thinner.
you think.
Yeah, go thinner. It'll fly better.
Do you think it'll fly better or worse?
Yeah, better. Well, what do we get? One thick one, one thin one. See which one works better.
I think the thin one's good.
No, let's get both.
Okay, how many arrows each bow?
4. 4. You got 2. 4. How many do you have there?
That's 5.
Instead of carrying these, no,
That's 20. Yeah, that'd do.
I'm carrying them.
I think we'll just get 1 stick per bow.
One stick per boat. Is that how
That's
long?
only 4 though.
Maybe you can stop filming now.
Yep.
Just enough for we'll go fishing.
What would you recommend if Robert Hood walked in, right, and he wanted to buy some fishing line for his bow to shoot things? What line would you recommend?
Do they put fishing line on a bow, do they?
No, but I reckon if there had have been a Davo's bait and tackle back when Robert Hood was around, I reckon he wouldn't have bothered using animal gun.
Yeah, fishing line. You would probably use...
Big thick stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Probably about 30 or 40 pound, maybe. Well, they're probably quite strong, so probably 100 pounds. Yeah.
Okay, 100 pound, let's go.
Yeah.
100 pound kids. Epi, hear that? 100 pound. A lot of power in 100 pound, let's go. Now for the cost of 3 cups of coffee, we've now bought twine for the bows and a very high quality assortment of arrows. Robin Hood and his merry men would be very impressed.